It seems to be that my least planned lessons are received the best by the kids.
We're so proud of her right now.
Hello and welcome back to another vlog. It is officially December and oh my goodness. I'm gonna quickly introduce this vlog because as always I am headed to work and to my speech room, so we will resume there. But I just wanted to say good morning. I wanted to say thank you for being here. We are going to get into the speech room today and plan some, I actually have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do, but I really wanna start doing some holiday-ish themes with my kids, and so we're gonna get in there and see what we can come up with. I have some fun sensory event ideas that I think I'm going to show you today. So that's kind of what we're doing. I did want to roll back some footage because this weekend we did something very special. My sister actually came up with the idea of surprising our mom with Stevie Nicks tickets for Christmas, and the concert was on Saturday, and so I have some footage from that. So I'm gonna let you enjoy that while I head out for the day, but I did just want to say good morning, and I am so excited to be spending this week with you.
We surprised our mom, who's back there somewhere, with tickets to see Stevie Nicks for Christmas. It's just siblings. So here's my brother Jeremy, mom, and then my sisters right here who planned everything. She's the youngest and she planned this. We're so proud of her right now. We're so proud because
Lightweight.
You're right.
On one side of the country is Madison Square Garden, and on this side of the country is the farm.
I swear I had the chills throughout that entire concert. I think just getting to experience it with my siblings and like, you know, certain songs would play and I'm like, I totally remember Dreams playing in the background of my brother and I doing Saturday morning like chores around the house. And so, you know, and then I look over my brother is like, he's a dad now. It just brought so many good nostalgic memories back. And then of course, Landslide, we're all bawling, like my sister, me, we're all hugging and like bawling. I don't know. It was such a good, feel-good time, and I'm so grateful. And can we just talk about the goddess that is Stevie Nicks, because she is 75, guys. Like, I am just praying that is, I can rock that well at 75. I will. That's it. That's the goal. It was just so magical. So thank you for sharing that with me. And now we're here. We've made it to the Monday speech room shenanigans. One thing that we're gonna do today that I forgot we're gonna do until I was driving here, I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna change the calendar, but also we're gonna decorate for the holidays in my speech room. It's just a fun, festive time, so I'm gonna decorate. It gets very colorful in here. My house is very Scandinavian, very simple. Green is just the main Christmas color for that decoration, but here it gets colorful and fun and kind of retro, so I'm excited to show you what I've got going on. First things first, we're gonna get the planner out. I'm going to make a to-do list for the day and figure out all the things. And I also, before I forget, I'm gonna change out my ID badge because my pictures came in. Can you see? Yeah. Oh, and also I have a dentist appointment, a pretty big dentist appointment. They're gonna numb my mouth. I'm getting anesthesia for this one because apparently I have like 4 cavities and 2 of them are pretty bad. Not looking forward to it, but I always try to, you know, reframe things. So I'm like, okay, if I'm doing that, what do I get to do? How am I gonna, basically I do a reward system with myself. I get to go to the dentist, make my mouth healthy and clean, and then I get to probably have breakfast tacos for dinner. I think I'm gonna text Mark and say, can you make sure that's all prepped for us, because it's gonna be a late start to the evening since my dentist appointment is at 4 and I probably won't get home till like 6. So We have transitioned into the planning portion of Monday. We're working on the word it. So I'm actually watching a YouTube video really quick, learning the sign for it. I haven't learned it yet, otherwise I would do it. Let's see, what is it? I'm having no luck figuring out. You point at the object you're referring to. The general sign for it, you point at the object you're referring to. So if I'm talking about my pen, I point to my pen. Okay, cool. So what I'm thinking is I'll bring in the holiday sensory bin. I feel like I used to wait till like closer to winter break to pull out the holiday sensory bin, but this is kind of perfect because we'll be talking about objects that we find, and it gives a really solid purpose to a sensory bin. I think I have a hard time with sensory bins because in my head, I'm like, okay, let's just go and explore. And there's a lot of language modeling that happens, which I think is really great. But I do want to make sure that because I'm going to be running a center and I have kids of all different developmental levels, like I have to be able to modify it for kids that maybe just start exploring, but also we can do object functions, we can do yes, no questions. So I'm going to make sure I have that all prepared on a language board, on a visual. I call these language boards, you might hear them called, what do they call them? Context-specific, low-tech core boards, we could call it. Basically, a language board in my head is something that combines core words and fringe words for a context-specific activity. So you've seen me use them. I have pulled them up for a variety of activities like Pop the Pig. I have a language board. I showed you one, I think when I did my Halloween grab bag activity. You can see I have flip books. I have all my games have language boards. So I'm going to show you how I make them because I think that would be really helpful to show you kind of my thought process that goes in it. And hopefully you can find some inspiration if you need to create something. Like I hope this is helpful. I am using Boardmaker. My district has purchased these and downloaded, software on our computers. So that's why I use Boardmaker specifically. And that's why all the visuals you see me using are Boardmaker visuals. Okay, ready? You can get flipped around. So here's my template. Before I started recording, I just changed, this said Peekaboo Barn because my template is based on my Peekaboo Barn language board, but this is just a general template I have opened up in Boardmaker. And so I just changed the name to Holiday Sensory Bin. This is gonna be my language board for the Holiday Sensory Bin. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to change out all these images, and you'll see when I show you the Holiday Sensory Bin, I'm gonna put in all the things that we can find in the sensory bin so we can say it is a, and then they can label it. I am also going to put in different sensory things. So if it's hard, soft, squishy, all of those different things I'm going to put in here too so we can work on describing it. I'm undecided if I want to keep C like ICA because I think I really want to focus on it for this specific activity. And then I think I will keep open because they can request to like open the lid. I will take away hello. These are specifically for Peekaboo Barn. I'll take that away, but I'll keep all done more. I'll add yes and no. And then I'll see if I can think of some other things as I kind of play around. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go pull over, I have my sensory bin here, I'm gonna bring it over here so I can be looking through as I create this. So that's the general plan. That's how I kind of do this for all of my activities. So let's get to making some visuals. I figured I would show you what my plan is. So here's my sensory bin, and actually something very fun that I wanted to share with you. I will link these down below. At ASHA, I got to connect with a company called InnoBaby. They have all these really great feeding, sensory, just all around amazing toys that are made with really good products. Like this is food grade silicone. They're meant to be explored essentially, like all the things they create. And it's so perfect for kids that just have, whether they have sensory needs or just the desire to explore their environment. That's what all their toys are made for. They even have some bubbles. I actually used their bubbles last week, that are non-toxic bubbles. They're just really all around Awesome. I actually have a code too for you, which I think I put in my last video, but I'll also link it and put the code down below. But regardless, I'm gonna throw these in my sensory bin. I have a bunch of these fun, they're just fidgets, like sensory fidgets. I also have the roundies are a little bit more firm, which is a good, variation. So lots of fun sensory stuff happening in this bin. I also have all of the items that I've put on my language board. And so we'll talk about all of the different things that I've put here. So we'll do it, and then we can talk about if we like it, if we don't like it. We can answer yes, no questions. We can talk about if it's soft, hard, big, or small. We can request more help, all done. So we've got some of our core words there. But of course, at the center, I will have my regular 40-word core board. This is the one that I'm teaching the words to every week, the one that we have a big one of in the classrooms. I will have that out on the table. I've actually created a set of these books that have snack boards, different language boards and schedules and stuff. There's 2 sets in every classroom, so I always have access to that. That was a way to provide that for the teachers in the classes, but also because I need it. And so making sure it was in the class was a good way for me to make sure I didn't forget something. That's another reason why I wanted to do this week. So if next week you're looking for any therapy activities, here's a good idea for you. I found these giant snowballs at Target a couple years ago. I got 2 packs of them. So I have filled the sensory bin with this. It used to be cotton balls, but that was getting kind of messy. We have snowflakes. We have a squirrel, so random. We have Santa. I have a couple different Santas. So I have a small one, I have a big one. I also have, I have a block version, so we can talk about that's a hard one. Let's see, we have a present, we have a bow, we have a Christmas tree. So this is like a soft, big Christmas tree. I also have a small Christmas tree. Snowman, I do have a big snowman somewhere in here as well. I'm actually really excited because I just threw this together, as always. It seems to be that my least planned lessons are received the best by the kids. I'm just hoping that by planning minimally and just making sure I had my visuals prepared, this is all going to go over very well for my kids. Headed to the dentist. Oh, okay, let's do this way. I'm in my garage still. But I had time to come home first, which is perfect because I then could brush my teeth, change into some comfier clothes, throw my hair up, and get my headphones because I'm going to ask them if they'll let me listen to a podcast while they're working in my mouth, because I have a feeling this is going to be a long appointment. So let's get there. I'm trying to get there a little early so I can check in. Maybe they'll get me back there earlier because I want to get home. It's Monday night, So let's go do this. Just got done at the dentist. I asked them for some gauze to put in my mouth because I'm numb here. And so I was like, can I please have gauze? Because I will bite my cheek. And she's like, yeah, I don't want you to have canker sores all up in your cheek. So I'm doing that to prevent me biting my cheek. But just reporting that if you're getting your mouth drilled into, bring a podcast. They will let you listen to it. I feel like that was the best life hack because it also eased my anxiety because I get really anxious with that kind of a thing. It's a very sensory, I have a lot of sensory stuff going on when I'm at the dentist, and bringing my headphones was the best option. I wish I had noise canceling ones, but this will work.
Happy holiday!
Home from the dentist. I got gauze in my mouth. We're gonna go for a walk.
How was the vlog?
This is vlogging.
There's the keys to our house. If you can find out where I live, you can have the house for free.
All right. Anyways, we're headed for a walk.
Officially made it to Thursday. I'm running a tad bit behind today, so I'm gonna quickly check my email. I have half a mind not to check my email at all. Something that I always recommend, like any new SLPs or SLPs kind of struggling with like just finding the room to breathe at work. Maybe you're feeling like you're starting to get burnt out or whatever. One of the top things I recommend is don't check your email first thing in the morning. Like when you get to work, start your day without checking your email. But lately my email has been popping off, and it's more stressful if I don't check it like right away, because then I'm not checking it until almost like 9:30 in the morning, which is well over an hour and a half since I, needed to check it, and then things pile up. And so, yeah. Also, the last 2 days I've had my hair up. Today I thought, oh, it's cute. It's like back in a clip and it's messy, and it's not cute. Let's see, I need to fix this. Little better. It's just a messy clip situation. It's probably gonna be redone 3 times today, but I have not really, I don't know, it's because we're nearing the holidays. I just want to sleep in. I need to head up to the preschool class as soon as I just check in on these few things and get the day started. It's the last day of full push-in therapy, so I'm gonna go teach my circle time lesson. I've honestly just been reviewing the words with the kids on the whole core board. I was gonna bring in a story or a song this week. I tried it the first day, the song during circle time. Oh, it didn't go well. I need to just do it at my centers because it's very interactive and all the kids wanna come up and participate in it, and then you leave kids out. So if I do it at my center, every kid gets a turn, all of those things. So we have resorted to just reviewing the words, which is perfectly fine. Let's get on with it. I am a sight to behold on a Thursday afternoon. I'm like, oh yeah, let me fix myself. Oh wait, you deserve to see the real Miss M after a full day. Oh my gosh. So the afternoon was fun. It was a lot of fun, but it was a little bit crazy in the end. One of my students, who's very sensory seeking, was like getting a lot of it out of his voice, I guess is the best way to put it, and just doing a lot of yelling, but just very like vocal play. So we're trying to do centers, and he's like singing basically, but it was so cute and so fun. He did get upset at one point because he wanted crayons, and he like stems on crayons. He rolls them together in his hands, and I'm really trying hard to figure out the best way to advocate for him to have access to them. It's something that I'm just taking day by day as I kind of navigate, more of the ways we can promote the neurodiversity affirming practices in our classrooms. So I am fine with him having them at my center if that's helping him regulate and maybe get that sensory input that he's seeking. Because sensory input is different for every kid. It doesn't always look like rocking in a rocking chair, squeezing a fidget. That might be what he needs, is like that feeling of rolling crayons in his hands. And so he did get upset because the crayons were taken from him, which I was not happy about. But like I said, I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to workshop that. So if you have any ways that you can like very kindly and professionally like maybe suggest the use of something that maybe seems like it's a disruption to the class, but maybe would be less of one for his learning and for the learning of others, like please let me know in the comments. I would appreciate that. Needless to say, the sensory bin this week was a hit. Anything themed, especially when it's like holiday themed, these kids just love it, and it was so simple. My tasks now are to do my data collection and billing. I haven't done a single thing all day because I've been in that classroom. Actually, my voice is very tired. I need to drink lots of water. I have about 25 minutes to get all of that done, and then I'm heading home. So let's get to it. I just got done with a Thursday night workout. Thursday's arm day. Mark is actually in charge of our workout schedule, but I have finished up my workout. So I'm gonna hop
in the shower now, but I am a little bit rushing to get in the shower because tonight at 8 o'clock, they're actually shutting off our water. We've had some construction going on the main street that's directly north of our house. They need to repave it. They've needed to repave it. I literally almost thought I ruined my car's alignment because of the potholes on that street. So I'm very grateful that they're doing it, but it means that tonight from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. tomorrow, they are they're turning the water completely off. And so I'm like, I got footage of me filling up all of our water bottles because I'm totally like a prepare for it to go longer, essentially. Like I'm just trying to take preventative measures. So in case it weren't to go back on until like 12 p.m. tomorrow, Mark will have water here. We'll need water to flush our toilets, all that. So we have like a big bucket, not a bucket, but a big pot of water, a big soup pot full of tap water to be able to flush toilets and all that stuff. But I need to wash my hair. So I'm just trying to beat the clock and get my hair clean before the water is off and basically get all the water things done. Face wash, brush teeth, like all of that before 8 o'clock. That is the goal. It has been very hard to document this week. I think it's just been a lot of heavy collaboration. So I'm in there and I'm talking a lot to teachers. I've had OTs in during my speech centers, which has been amazing and great to talk with them. We've been trialing a lot of different sensory strategies for some of our kids. I had a behavior specialist to collaborate with this week, like so much. And then just trying to be present and really enjoy all the holiday festivities and things with the kids. So my main thing was really showing you how I create those language boards, because those have been, especially as a preschool SLP, but I think it goes beyond preschool, where they're kids that need AAC and visuals throughout their lives. And so having the ability to quickly create context specific visuals to help learn those skills, but also it's really good to have for even, I'm in an inclusion program. So to have those visuals out during my center that are specific to what we're working on, that the other kids can then model, because I'm teaching the core words every week and those are getting taught to the whole class, not just students on my caseload, which is such a cool thing because all the kids are using it. They're all modeling it. They all are learning where they go on the core boards. All of that to say, thank you so much for joining me for another vlog. I know this one's a little bit more of a how-to and kind of behind the scenes, some of my own thoughts, but I just really am grateful that you're here. I have some links below with some freebies, a mindfulness calendar, a gratitude challenge that you can start on at any day, at any time, to help you just sit in that reflection, because it is really important to be present for yourself so you can be present for others and take things slow and just be grateful. So sending you love. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.